resembling soldiers going head-to-head with protesters. CBS 4 News has learned the military gear being used in Ferguson is also being used in South Florida. CBS 4's David Setta reports on what's here and why.
It could very well have been here. Everything you see in Ferguson is right here in South Florida. Our police officers have the same military gear, military-issued weapons, and drive similar retired military-grade vehicles. And there is a lot of it. CBS 4's investigative unit is still poring over the volumes of paper detailing military surplus that's been handed over to law enforcement agencies across Florida for free. The quote 1033 program moves military surplus from the battlefield to our neighborhood. Broward County has 4 utility trucks. Monroe County, 34 assault rifles, a cargo plane, and a helicopter. Miami-Dade County, though, it is eye-opening. Nearly $4.5 million in military freebies have been acquired over the last 8 years. We found 250 assault rifles like these used on the battlefield in Vietnam, 2 military-grade helicopters, 4 mine-resistant ambush protection vehicles worth $2.7 million, and 5 M79 grenade launchers.
Why do we need grenade launchers?
Well, I mean, grenade launchers are also used to launch smoke and tear gas. You know, they're not launching fragmentation grenades.
Ray Martinez spent 35 years in law enforcement before retiring as Miami Beach's police chief. This spring, he will oversee security at Ultra Music Fest.
The old analogy of bringing a knife to a gunfight, and a lot of times law enforcement's been outgunned. You usually carry your handgun, with a couple of extra magazines of rounds, but some of these bad guys are coming with high-powered weapons and even bombs. Martinez
says the evolution of military-equipped police officers evolved from a need to better protect officers.
We don't have the luxury of being able to call somebody else, the military or SEAL Team 6 to come in and handle that for us. I wish we could, but we're the last line of defense, and what we've learned, especially in the school shootings where there's active shooters, you have to respond immediately. You can't sit back and wait.
Do you use that against civil disobedience?
That's a hard question, and I don't want to second guess what's going on.
He agrees this might be fine in a shootout, but when used against civilians, it's questionable.
You have to use restraint, obviously, because you don't want to escalate the crowd. And I think that's what you may be seeing a little bit of.
And case in point in Ferguson, when police amped up their gear, the crowd responded accordingly, Elliot.
And the county is getting this stuff free from the federal government.
Right, this is the freebies. In fact, the list that we showed today, this whole thing right here, this is the free stuff. There's money being sent in the form of grants.
Right.
Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department, and we're still waiting on those lists. So when we get those lists, we'll be bringing them right here.
Well, we want our law enforcement well-equipped. Some of those images, though, are a bit troubling.
The lists, while they're impressive, the most important part is the person who's deciding what to do with it. Using it in the right situation.
That's the important part. David, thanks a lot for that investigation. All right.